What's up guys, it's Cody. So I've been driving my trusty Volkswagen Jetta here for just over 5 years. In fact, on the day that I'm filming this, it's been almost 5 years exactly since I first purchased this car. I bought this car right when I got into real estate. I hadn't even closed one deal yet. I just walked into the dealership and said, hey, I just quit my job. I'm getting into real estate and I need a car that's gonna fit a little bit better than my old rusty Jeep that I've been driving. So somehow they approved me for the loan with absolutely zero income, and I've been driving this car ever since, and it's been as trusty as I could have hoped for. I've put almost 20,000 miles per year on this car over the last 5 years, and it's helped me sell over $27 million worth of real estate. But I've always loved cars, especially quick ones, and I've had my eye on Tesla for quite a while now. Back when I was in high school, I was trading cars almost every single year to get something a little bit newer and a little bit faster. However, when I first bought my Jetta, I made the promise to myself to drive this car for as long as possible because it was going to be the best possible car for real estate. Now, when Teslas first came out and they came out with the Model S and then later the Model X, I absolutely loved them, but I just couldn't justify spending almost $100,000 on a car like this. I really couldn't believe the price and thought, well, these cars are probably going to be luxury only cars, and you know, it may be 5 or 10 years before they bring the price down or before I'm in a position where I could afford one. But then they announced the Model 3 with a starting price of just $35,000, and everything changed very quickly. It became a car that a lot more people could actually realistically afford. Now, at the time of the Model 3 release, I wasn't quite ready for a new car yet. Like I said, I had committed to driving the car that I had and wanted to make sure that I was in a little bit better position financially before making that jump again to a newer car. Also, I was one of the skeptics who was like, I don't know about these electric vehicles. I don't know how they're gonna last. What's the resale gonna be? How is this gonna evolve? Are they gonna be reliable? And I think at this point we've gathered enough data to say that, yeah, there's a good chance that they will be. So times have changed and I've now got a new car on my radar, and it's probably gonna be a Tesla. And in the meantime, the Model Y just came out and Tesla just started delivering this in March of 2020. I think it looks amazing and it gives you the best of both worlds. It's got a bigger trunk space, it's got more legroom, it's a little bit bigger than the sedan, but it's not a full-blown SUV or even a truck for that matter. And unfortunately, the Model Y isn't exactly the cheapest car either, definitely not as cheap as the Model 3. The Model Y has a starting price of $53,000 for the long-range model. So how am I going to get a free Tesla from this? Well, like I said, if I do this, I want to get the performance model because I absolutely love cars and I love to go fast. I worked at a go-kart racetrack for a couple of years before getting into real estate, and so just driving things with 4 wheels, 2 wheels, anything has been a lot of fun for me, and it's something that I want to get back into. So this is a little bit of a discretionary purchase for me, and so I want to be able to get the car that I absolutely love, and I'm going to plan on having it for probably 4, 5, 6, 7 years, and so I want to be able to drive it and have fun while I'm doing that, and the little bit of the extra cost to get the performance model is going to be well worth it in my opinion. In order to purchase the performance model, I'm going to be looking at a purchase price of $61,000. No, wait, $62,000 because I need to have it in black, and Tesla is so great to us as the consumer and decides to charge you an extra $1,000 to change the color on the car. I don't get it, but it's the way it is. I want to get black, so I'm going to have to pay that $62,000 price tag. Now, I could go get a loan and I'd probably put about $10,000 down and get a loan amount of about $52,000, which at 2.99% would give me a loan payment of about $790 per month. That number is assuming that the life of the loan would be spread out over 72 months, and I'm not accounting for any taxes or destination charges or anything else on top of that. I'm just keeping the numbers very basic here. But then at that point, I've simply bought a depreciating asset with a loan, which I'm then paying interest on, which is costing me more money in the long run. So not exactly the best investment, but I will say that getting a car loan doesn't always have to be a bad investment. In fact, there are a lot worse types of debt out there that you could get. I mean, on this car loan, I'm going to be looking at 3% interest rate, which is very low. I mean, given the time value of money and how this is going to change over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years due to inflation and other factors, it's still relatively cheap money. And if I had the option to pay cash for the car, I'd still get the loan because I'd rather have that money sitting in the bank ready to deploy into an investment that's actually going to make me money. I can make way more than 3% by putting that money into an investment that can earn 10%, 15%, sometimes even an infinite return on the money that I put into a deal by getting that money back out in the case of like a BRRRR deal on a real estate deal. So that being said, there is a better way to go about doing this and still get the car and still make a wise investment choice. By taking that money that I would put into the car and investing it in real estate, I'm gonna be able to get an appreciating asset and still have the car and basically come out even. This is gonna give me cash flow, tax benefits, appreciation, depreciation, and I'm gonna be able to pay down the loan. Now, actually, my tenants are gonna be the one paying down the loan. So I get so many more benefits by doing this rather than just buying a depreciating asset like a Tesla. So really what I'm getting at is, look, I wanna have the real estate and I wanna have the car. That's really what I'm trying to say, is that I wanna have the car because that's something fun and it's something that I really enjoy. But I also wanna make wise investment decisions so that I can still have that real estate pay for the cost of the car. So instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend $50,000 to buy an investment at an estimated purchase price of $400,000. This is gonna give me a loan amount of $350,000. My interest rate is gonna be 3.75%, which yes, I can get. I have confirmed that with my bank just yesterday. And that's gonna give me a payment of roughly $1,620 per month for just the mortgage. We're not including taxes or insurance or vacancy or anything else like that because I'm just talking about the basic numbers here. So the benefit to this is when I have that loan at $350,000 and I make that $1,620 payment every single month, I'm actually paying down the loan $527 every single month, and it goes up from there. The tenant is the one paying this through the rent that they pay me to live in that house. In addition to this, I'm estimating that I will cash flow at least $300 on top of that loan paydown. So my payment on the Tesla is gonna be $790 a month, but I'm getting $827 of value in return. So by investing in the real estate first, I then get those benefits that I can then take and transfer over into the car loans. So like I said, I'm still gonna be getting that car loan on the Tesla. I'm looking at a payment of roughly $790 per month, but I've got this other asset that's basically paying for it. I'm gonna collect $300 that I can use now, today, and actually pay that towards a car payment. And then I'm getting $527 of net worth every single time a payment is made. So I'm gonna collect on that money later, but it's still offsetting the cost of that car. So by making that real estate investment purchase first, I can then qualify for a free Tesla. All right, now I know that some of you are gonna say,
well, yeah, but you still got the $50,000 that you had to use for a down payment. You've still got the car loan that you're still paying interest on. It's still a depreciating asset, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's true. You're right, that is true. I'm still paying that $50,000, but that's equity that I have. That's equity that I have in the property that I'm gonna collect on at some point in the future. Assuming that the property values don't go down, or they'll probably even go up because they kind of have over the last, couple hundred years. When you look at a longer term scale, the property values are gonna go up, and I'm gonna capitalize on that. I'm not only gonna get my $50,000 back, but I'll also capture any of the loan pay down that we talked about and appreciation that the property has gained over that time period. So really that $50,000 is gonna continue to grow, and it's gonna make my Tesla even freer. Freer? I think that's a thing. So guys, I know that you're probably thinking, well, yeah, you're still spending 50 grand on an investment. You're still spending $10,000 as a down payment for the loan on the car. And yeah, that's true. But what I'm really trying to say to you guys here is that you need to kind of read between the lines and look at it and say, look, making that real estate investment first is what allowed me to basically drive the Tesla and own the Tesla for free. That's what's really important here. It's not like I'm just in a position where I say, okay, I can afford a $790 a month car payment, I'm gonna go buy a Tesla. No, I'm gonna take a step back, I'm gonna go and invest that into real estate first and basically buy that investment that then is gonna pay for the Tesla. And then at the end of the day, I've got both items. It's way easier to qualify for the real estate first rather than go and get a huge car loan and then try to qualify for the real estate after. The banks are gonna look at it and they're gonna say, hold your horses. This is not gonna work. Your monthly debts are too high for this. This isn't gonna happen. But when you've got real estate first and then you try and go get a car loan, they're gonna be way more flexible. It's way easier to get qualified for a car loan than it is for a real estate loan. So they're gonna be much looser on the guidelines that they wanna give you, and it's gonna be easier to get the car after you own the real estate first. And this isn't even taking into account any of the tax benefits that I'm gonna get from the property. It's also not taking into account the fact that rents will likely go up on the property over the coming years, and the fact that every time I make a payment, I'm paying down the principal more and more every single month. In 5 years, I'm gonna be paying down the loan $635 every single month instead of that $527 a month. the cool thing about this, my car loan, it's still gonna be $790 a month. Once the car's paid off, cool. Now I own the car and I still own the real estate, which is gonna continue to appreciate, continue to provide me all those benefits, and continue to go up in value and could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to me at some point in the future. So with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, give me a thumbs up here on the video. Subscribe to the channel to follow me on this journey. I'm gonna be documenting every step of the way of how I plan to put this into action. I don't know that the numbers will work out exactly as I've described here, but that's what I have as part of my plan. So subscribe to the channel, click that button down below and the bell, and I'll see you in the next one.